Well, it is a Korean one, so I mean, take that as you will.
How could Fred leave stuff behind everywhere? How much was he carrying?
As I remember it, Fred wasn't that good at keeping track of all his things. Like you.
Hey, it's not like you're any better.
Sorry. Anyway, Fred counted on losing a few things on each of his journeys. He always brought more stuff than he needed. For a paddling trip we had, he brought so many life jackets, we could barely fit ourselves in the canoes.
Isn't it hard to lose track of a life jacket if you're wearing it?
Good point. I guess you didn't really think of that.
See, if I was gonna play Final Fantasy, I'd just go back and play 8. I'm not really looking forward to an MMO that also makes me angry at Final Fantasy. But then again, I play games just to like relax or have a good time. Like that really is why I play video games. And then I stream them on Twitch because at least then I can feel somewhat productive in my life. Yeah, I did that with WoW. I played WoW at launch. That game was good up till about Cataclysm, and then it just kind of... No.
I found another one of Fred's campsite, noticeably newer than the others. The fire
Played that game
was
for
still
7
smoldering,
years.
and I could faintly pick up the smell of the aftershave he always used. I was closing in on him. I could feel it. He had left some tools behind that I could use to repair my boots. That should do it.
So yeah,
Good
and
as
then I
new.
played Elder Scrolls Online at launch. That game was okay. It wasn't great though for an MMO. Had so much potential. See, that's my issue, is I'm also a grinder. So like, I'll play a game and I will like max level and then I will never play that game again. And also my big deal is that I will find something in the game that is completely exploitable and then I'll just keep grinding that one thing and keep exploiting that one thing over and over and over again until they fix it.
Buried beneath the ice, you could still see signs of what this place had once been. Something not unlike the caves where the village lay. The Ice Age must have come suddenly, washing over it like a freezing tsunami. Now it lay desolated, haunting anyone who dared visit, with falling stalactites, sharp icicles, and its bottomless depths.
Mandy grinded like nuts to get a legendary weapon in Guild Wars 2 long after we quit. She wanted a lava hammer thing, like actually super tedious to craft and only for aesthetics, but she still went for it. See, and you wonder why I say you'd like Staxel. It's also the best weapon at the time. Danny, please, what was awesome? I'd say it wasn't awesome. And you wonder why I say you'd like Staxel. The entire game is one giant grind. Don't Danny please him. I don't know where to go. I'm actually kind of lost now. It's a new month. I can throw bits at people again. Oh, hey, look at that. That's the thing I gotta do. You're surprised at my perseverance in this game? You're not a fan of platformers? You know what? I really am not either. But this game doesn't feel like a platformer so much as it feels like figure out the puzzle. I feel like this game is like throwing me a puzzle. And once I figure out what the actual like goal of the puzzle is, oh no, can't do it. Okay. Hit the wall. Hit the wall. Hit the wall. Most platformers for me are not actually platformers. They're very much puzzle games. Figure out what the puzzle is. Figure out what the puzzle wants from you. It does want my soul. Too bad. This is a hang glider. Okay. Well, that's depressing. I feel like the most common reaction when people meet me online is, where did you find this guy? A++. I got it. I figured out the key. Okay, I figured out the puzzle entirely. It's not just that section that's exploitable. It's this entire thing. Okay, I got it now. I figured it out. This banana. Where do they find this banana? Manny is correct. Aw, that's racist. I like how Manny is leaving her Sims game just to call you a banana. That's the best part about this. She could be playing Sims right now, but no. She left the game just to call you that. You should feel special. And you know how much Manny likes The Sims. Like an addiction level bad. Like we should probably do an intervention at some point because of how bad she likes that game. You don't know about her obsession with mining in Final Fantasy XIV then, or punching things. No, I feel like that speaks for itself. I mean, that's The Sims, in essence. You're controlling other people's lives. Manny, do you have a dictator complex? You like controlling other people's lives, punching them? No, not at all. Not at all. Okay. I don't know. Danny seems pretty convincing. I think cute things. I like cute things. You wanna rephrase your sentence there? Wow. You said it, not me. Three Kingdoms getting a Total War game. That should be fun. Is Three Kingdoms any good? Like the actual Three Kingdoms games?
Fred had come this way alone, too. I took some comfort in knowing that whatever problems I face now, Fred would have faced them too.
Well, I mean, it has a
and
game.
beaten them. If he could do it, I could do it too.
It's also a historical event if you really want to get into it. I know it. I mean, there were actually three kingdoms in Chinese history. Besides the fact. Besides the fact. Oh, I know there's way more than three kingdoms. It's just the three that are like fictionalized the most. Come on, make this. Also, people talk about how ridiculous technologically advanced China was purely for the purpose of warfare, which is still kind of true. I mean, they only wrote the book on war strategy. Just, you know, that's the only thing. They only wrote the book for strategy and war. mean, no big deal or anything. Okay, now I'm here. Where do I go? I'd always wonder how we screwed we'd be if society regressed technologically. It's not that natural resources are less abundant now, it's just that we've exploited them to such an extent that we would not be able to cope if we lost the amount that we have. Like, we could probably still deal with... That's a whale. Like, we could deal with we could probably still deal with it. And we're still popping out iPhones. I don't have an iPhone. I really don't have a phone. Well, that's a whale. Why dare a whale? I didn't expect to turn the corner and see one of those. I'm convinced that's the whale from Pinocchio. It does look like it, to be fair. Well, it got me screwed. It does look like the whale, too. That's the weird part. It looks like a whale out of Fantasia or Pinocchio. Well, there's nothing I can do now. Well, well, well. Maybe your uncle is Geppetto. Did you grow up watching Jackie Chan's Adventure? I did. One more thing. And then he hits him. And he's like, go get some eggs while you're out. One more thing. Uncle is the best character. He does make you feel bad for Jackie Chan, though. And you gotta think, Jackie Chan, that was 2005 when that show went off? No, 2007 when that show went off. So that was 11 years ago. Think how old Jackie Chan was then. Think about how old Jackie Chan is now.
It was dark all around me, but there was a light at the end of the tunnel.
Don't go towards the light. Don't go towards the light. It's like Journey.
Hello? Nephew?
Uncle Fred, I finally found him.
My little boy. I'm glad to see you. And you're wearing the suit I made you. But how can you be here?
I said that I found the suit in his workshop and that I came looking for him.
I'm sorry for being away for so long. But I've been busy down here, you see. The frog people. That was an experiment of mine. Do you remember the eggs I found before? I sent them here by accident, and I had to follow. By the time I got here, they were already growing. These caves were empty before, but my experiment has made them full of life. I've conducted research on them and documented everything about them. And I built a new crystal-powered pad to be able to get back to my colleagues, show them how fantastic this all is.
I interrupted Fred and told him about Maddie, how we came all the way to Starhaven together, and that I had promised to ask him if he would go see her there.
Madeline. My little Maddie. I should have taken her to see Starhaven long ago. She was always so curious about the strays. I left her. I wanted to protect her. Or rather, protect myself from losing her. I've changed my mind. I'm not going home. What does research or praise matter when I can be here with these creatures? They need me. And it's just as well. I don't trust this pad for more than one ride anyway. You need that ride.
I didn't want to go home, and I asked if I could stay with him and Maddie instead.
I'm sorry, nephew. As much as I enjoy having you here, you must go home. Explore the world on your own. Have your own adventures.
I reluctantly agreed to go home. I was going to miss my uncle.
I will miss you too. But I'm sure you'll do phenomenal on your own. And don't worry about me or Maddie. We'll be fine. The pad is yours, boy. When you're ready.
That's pretty creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I see everything. Okay. No one calls their nephew nephew. A story about my uncle. That's the game. Yeah, I know, that got me to wait, son. Made by all these wonderful people. That was a good short game. It took 3 hours. I thought he was your uncle. I don't recognize any of those names. Special thanks. Let's see if we recognize any of the special thanks. No. That was a really good game. Took 3 hours. Only got like stuck on one part. Translations. Now you gotta play the whole game again and find the ultra secret ending to see why he called you his son. And all the proof-readers on Crowden. Yeah, don't think of those people. I feel like I've heard of Coffee Stain Studios before. And of course, you. That was really good. Let's see if it's over.
The end. Now, good night, sweetie.
Wait, Dad. Does that mean Fred is still there?
Who knows? That was the last time I saw him.
Don't you miss him?
I do, sometimes. But I don't worry about him, because I know that wherever he is, he's on his biggest adventure yet. Dear Fred, today I step into the lobby of your house for the last time. My daughter asked me to tell her about an adventure, and I came to think of you. Your house looks just like my mother and I left it years ago. After you'd gone, I was sure she was going to throw out all your stuff, but she just cleaned up. We made you a small memorial.
So they're assuming he's dead.
For a while, I came here every day, just like I used to. Sometimes, I could even faintly hear your voice, calling from the observatory, asking me to get you this tool or that. I never told my mother about that day. I don't think she would have believed me. Can I believe it? After all these years. Uncle Fred, thanks to you, I have found an even greater adventure. Thank you. Love, your nephew.